Savannah, it's time to get loud and say it with me. This is Monster Jam.
Monster Jam fans, it is now time for the very first competition of the event, JCB Racing. Our Monster Jam superstars have been seated into a bracket based on a random draw. They're going to go head-to-head in this round, and the winner of this round will move on to the semifinals, where they'll be that much closer to the racing win. And Mark Arena, if you guys are ready to kick this thing off, make some noise for JCB Racing!
In the right lane, make some noise for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Taking on his opponent in the left lane, it's Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. Kraken taking the win earlier today in practice, but it's Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron that is determined to change that outcome this time. It's redemption or repeat. Let's go green! Your winner is Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Once again, your winner of that last race was Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Next to the line, make some noise for John Zimmer in Uproar. Taking on his opponent in the left lane, MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. Will it be experience or consistency? John Zimmer with 3 racing wins this year. He's taken on MJ Solorio's 6 racing wins. It's a seasoned vet taking on a second-year superstar. Let's go green! Just a restage for our 2 drivers. Keep your eyes on those Monster Jam racing lights at either end of the arena. This is our communication for the drivers to pull to the line as they wait to go green! Looks like a race too close to call. Our Monster Jam officials are taking a look at that replay to see which one of these drivers, 2 PKT tires, crossed that finish line first. Take a look up at the video board on our Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. I've just got word, your winner, moving on to the semifinals, MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. Next to the line, in the right lane, make some noise for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. He's battling it out against Brianna Mahan, driving Ringling Bailey Circuit. Brianna and Ringling Bailey Circuit proudly defends her 6 racing wins this year, but it's Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. He's ready to throw down and throttle to take that win. Let's go! go green. Another restaging here in the first round of JCB Racing. Again, keep your eyes on those Monster Jam Racing lights. It's exactly how we're able to communicate to our drivers. There's that second light. Let's go green! Your winner is Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuits. Moving on to that semifinal round is Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit. Our final matchup pulls to the line. Let's hear it for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. He's taking on his opponent, Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. Two series champions, two second-generation superstars battle it out right here. Terminal Velocity with 21 racing wins, facing Weston Anderson with a total of 35. Who will it be? Your winner is Weston Anderson in Gravedigger.
Monster Jam fans, we started with 8 and we're down to the fastest final 4. The winner of this round will go on to the finals and be that much closer to that top spot on that overall leaderboard. You guys did such a good job the first time. Make some noise if you want to see some more JCB Racing!
We're moving on to that semi-final round, and it is a battle between Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken taking on MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. Your winner is Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Trouble on the track for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. Those track conditions causing that turn to just be a little too tight. Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken advances on to the final round. Only one driver will be his opponent, standing in his way of those first 8 points belonging to him. But we saw in that last race trouble for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. But you can check out that bracket, that JCB Racing bracket up on the board here, and it'll be the matchup winner next year in the semifinals that will take on Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. It's either going to be Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit, or it will be Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. But this track is exactly what we heard our pit reporter Kay Young talking about earlier, those track conditions can sometimes play a major role here in racing. We're seeing that happen right on the track. But you fans are in the stands, and so is my co-host Carlos. Carlos, talk to us. What's going on?
That's right. I'm in the stands here. I've got Peyton right here. Super excited. I saw him from across the way. I was like, all right, I got to get this guy on the Jumbotron. You're going to get the chance to play a game called Name That Truck, and it's in the name what you got to do. So we're going to throw up a Monster Jam truck on the Jumbotron. You've got to guess which one it is before the time runs out. All right, and Margarina, help him out. If you know the answer, make some noise. All right, I see some orange. I see some flames. All right, I think he's got it. You want to say it? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
El Toro Loco!
El Toro Loco. Let's find out. It is right! Peyton, give me 5. Awesome job. And because you guessed that right, you're going to get your very own El Toro Loco. Savannah, Georgia, make some noise for Peyton.
Only one spot remains in the JCB Racing Finals, and one of these drivers will be there to claim it. Will it be Weston Anderson in Gravedigger, or will it be Brianna Mahan in Ringley Bailey Circuit? Only one driver will advance to that final round. 2 trucks pulled to the line. Keep your eyes on those Monster Jam racing lights. Let's go green! Your winner is Weston Anderson in a Gravedigger.
Savannah, Georgia, this is it. This is the JCB Racing Finals. The winner of this race will claim the first 8 points of the event and that top spot towards the overall event championship. We've had quite the excitement so far in the racing competition, but I think you guys can get even louder this time. Who's ready to meet your racing finals contenders?
He's been competing since 2018. He's your 2019 Rookie of the Year. Make some noise for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. With 35 racing wins from Kill Devil Hills, make some noise for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. We've got a chance for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken to make Monster Jam history, getting his first JCB Racing win of the series. He's up against Weston Anderson, and his work's cut out for him. Can he do it? Let's go green! Savannah, give it up for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. Weston Anderson in Gravedigger claims the first 8 points of the event and takes home racing win number 36 this year. He beat out the rest of the entire competition, proving he's got the fastest truck out on the track. Savannah, give that for him one more time. Your JCB Racing winner, Weston Anderson in Gravedigger.
Weston, that first round of racing, you had to go up against John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. That is a hard head-to-head matchup. And then you kind of just cruise through the rest of the bracket. How do you feel getting the first win of this weekend?
Man, it's a giant feat taking down any of the Zimmers, man. John Zimmer Sr., he was a Gravedigger driver for many years, and his son is out here kicking butt each and every single weekend. And they're giving us a run for our money in this Gravedigger truck now. But you know what? We just got one up on them. I'm feeling good, man. This dirt isn't as tacky as I thought it was going to be, so we got to slide that truck around, and it piloted us to the race and win today, baby. I'm pumped!
Speaking of the dirt, is this dirt prime for the second competition, Monster Jam two-wheel skills, something that you are superb at, actually?
Absolutely. So where there's no water on the track up on top of this pot, it's a little bit tackier. We're going to be able to get these trucks up on the 2 tires. We're going to maybe even be able to get them on 1 tire. You never know. All I can tell you fans is y'all better have your cameras ready when this black and green wrecking machine hits the floor, baby, because we're about to get buck wild for you, Savannah. Come on, make some noise!
Check out the super glue glued to the action replay of Weston Anderson coming in hot to that finish line. That's the racing pass that got him those 8 points. Confidently pulls up onto the pod, and he's hoping to ride that wave of confidence throughout the rest of the competition. But take a look at the video board. We've got our BKT overall event leaderboard, where Weston Anderson in Gravedigger currently holds that first place spot. You can see Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken holding that second place spot with a total of 7 points. You can see the points trickle down as we move down that leaderboard, and as we move on throughout the rest of the competitions, their points will be totaled. We've got another chance to get another 8 points up soon.
All right, I'm in the stands with Jensen over here. So I just learned something about Jensen. This is his very first time at Monster Jam. Do I got any other first timers? Make some noise. Jensen, look how many people. It's their first time. Isn't that awesome? Hey, what's your favorite Monster Jam truck? I think I have an idea, but can you say it?
Gravedigger.
Gravedigger. Do we got any Gravedigger fans in the house? They always bring the energy. All right, you're going to play a game called the Monster Jam Mini Jams Race. You're going to take a look at that video board. We got 3 mini jams for you to pick from. El Toro Loco, Megalodon, and Gravedigger. Which of these do you think is going to win the race?
Gravedigger.
Gravedigger, of course. All right, let's get them to the line. They're ready. They're set. And here we go. Jensen, he's in the lead right now. He did very Toro Loco's coming up on him, past him. Are you nervous?
No.
Not nervous at all. You are so confident that Gravedigger's going to win?
Yeah.
This is for all the marbles. I told you, I got a prize for your whole family. Is it going to be second? Is it going to be first? Maybe third? Gravedigger comes through at the end. All right, Jensen. So I've got a pretty awesome prize for you. So this is the 2025 souvenir yearbook. It's got all the drivers, all the tracks, all the Monster Jam trucks. But can you open this for me? What is that piece of paper? I think that's a pass for you and your whole family to meet the driver of Gravedigger and all of our Monster Jam superstars at the post-show meet and greet here tonight right after the show. Are you pumped?
Thank you.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. Hey guys, if you guys want to join Jensen and his family at the post-show meet and greet, there's still time. Sales end right before halftime. Scan that QR code on the screen right now so you get the chance to meet our Monster Jam superstars right after tonight's event.
It is time for our second competition, and that is the two-wheel skills competition. Now, in this competition, each driver will have 2 attempts to pull off their most impressive maneuver. They're going to be out on the track, and it will be up to you to use your smartphones at judgeszone.com to get that official score in. But if you bring your eyes to the video board now, you can see our two-wheel skills criteria. As the official judges, these are the criteria motives you're going to want to keep in mind for how you score our Monster Jam drivers. Carlos, do you think they're ready?
Well, I told them earlier that they're not just spectators, they're official fan judges. I'm going to keep saying that because you guys are so important. At the end of each run, you guys are going to go on judgeszone.com. Keaton or I will let you know when scoring is open for you to go to judgeszone.com. Type in that city code SAV. We're counting on you guys to score fairly, to score accurately, and to take into account both of the Monster Jam drivers' attempts. But enough of me talking. I think you guys are ready. Let's hear it for the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge.
It's time to get loud for Brandon, Arthur, and JCB Digatron.
Monster Jam fans, make some noise. That was Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron. Scoring is open. 20 seconds on the clock.
Brandon Arthur kicking us off in a fantastic way for the two-wheel skills competition. Take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. Now, this is a great run for our first official attempts here in the competition because he got 2 successful maneuvers in this competition. And just like that, we've already got the scores locked in. So let's take a look. The score for Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron is... Check it out. We've got a 7.740. That is your score to beat. Monster Jam fans, in order to keep all the action headed your way and the fun moving, we need your help. If you are in the stands and surrounded by that red plastic, we do need you to keep your belongings, hands, feet off of our safety holds so that we can keep moving on with our Monster Jam event. So if you're in your seats, please keep your fun in your seats and keep your hands and belongings off those red Monster Jam safety holds. Our next competitor is ready to go. Let's hear it for John Zimmer in Uproar.
Let's hear it for that run. It's John Zimmer in uproar. Scoring is open. Judgeszone.com. Judgeszone.com. Score now.
John Zimmer in uproar out on the track. 2 attempts here in the two-wheel skills competition. Take a look at the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay as we watch back that attempt number 1. And if we've got views of attempt number 2 in there, you see him really trying to rock the momentum into that second maneuver. But sometimes those track conditions, so many things go into play to pull off those moves. But let's see what you all thought of the scores. The score for John Zimmer in uproar is... It's a 4.693 right now. That's good enough for second place. Next to hit the track, make some noise for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur.
Laying it all out on the line. Make some noise. Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. Judgeszone.com. Scoring is open. Score now.
Savannah, what did you think of that run? Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur comes out and is just showing off. Take a look at the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. We've got footage of that second attempt. I mean, there is just a confidence that this young man is able to drive with. He takes that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck, backs it up almost over the pod, and looks to hopefully knock JCB out of the lead. We've got the scores locked in, so let's check it out. The score for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur is... It's a 7.623. So close, but right now that is good enough for second place. Next to hit the track, he's got the highest average two-wheel skills score. Give it up for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. Savannah, he's still got one attempt remaining.
Savannah, Georgia, make some noise! John Zimmer Jr., terminal velocity. QR code is on the screen. That means that scoring is open.
John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity coming out here proving to all of you Monster Jam fans exactly how he has gotten himself 34 competition wins in the two-wheel skills challenge. Check out those combinations. There's such a control that this young man has over this 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck. He's able to pull out those combos, and he's hoping you liked what you saw. You guys have your scores locked in. Let's check it out. The score for John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity is Savannah, that's a 9.215. We have a new leader. We've also got some breaking news from our pit reporter, Kay Young. She's got some development on the story of El Toro Loco. Kay, talk to us about what you found out.
Well, right now, MJ Solorio said that he and his team decided not to swap out the transmission. He lost first gear, only has second gear. They're going to swap out that transmission during halftime. He said he wants to compete. He wants to stay competitive in the chase for the BKT overall event championship. So he said he's going to come out here and do the two-wheel skills challenge with second gear. What does that mean for MJ? That means he probably will not have enough power to do the popper where he kicks it off those back BKT tires almost in that handstand position. We'll have to see if he's able to maybe get that maneuver, one of his signature moves there, one of his favorite. But that is the update from MJ Solorio and El Toro Loco. I'll let you know about that transmission swap during halftime.
Your next competitor has won this competition 54 times this year. Make some noise for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger.
absolutely insane save. Make some noise. Weston Anderson. Grave Digger. JudgesZone.com. Lock in those scores. Lock in those scores.
Savannah, if there's one driver determined to keep you on the edge of their seats, I think that Weston Anderson proved that that is him for Team Gravedigger. Check this out on the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay, just in case you blinked and missed it. This driver is looking to take those next 8 points. Weston Anderson proves exactly why he is behind the wheel of Gravedigger, pushing it to that ragged edge every time he hits the track. Let's check out the scores. We've got that current score to beat right now, held by John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. It's a score of a 9.215. The score for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger is Savannah, that's a 9.320. We have a new leader. Now with Weston Anderson and Gravedigger taking the lead in this competition, you can see that it is Gravedigger holding out that first place spot as Terminal Velocity sits in second with JCB Digatron in third. With 3 more drivers to go, this leaderboard could be shaken up at any moment. Next up, let's hear it for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Jam fans, I'm going to need all of us to work together here. Keep your hands, feet, items off of those red Monster Jam safety holds. Unfortunately, we do have to pause the action because we want to make sure all of the fun here is safe, and those safety holds help us do that. So if you could help us out by keeping your hands, feet off of those safety holds, we need to move on with our Monster Jam action and the competition.
Make some noise. That was Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Scoring is open. QR code is up. Score now.
Monster Jam fans, you've got that chance to score for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. And you can even see how this pod has changed throughout the competition here. You can see certain parts of that dirt changing. That makes for a completely different track for each competitor. And you can kind of see that track pushing against that resistance for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. So let's see what you all thought of that run. Scores are in. It's a 2.335, which currently puts him in 6th place. You see her trusty sidekick down on the track. It's time to make some noise for Ringling Bailey Circuit, Brianna Mahan.
What a save! Exciting two-wheel skills. Make some noise for Brianna Mahan and Ringling Bailey Circuit. QR code is up. Score now, score now, score now.
You saw her trusty sidekick of Bailey Circuit cheering on Brianna Mahan in the Ringling Bailey Circuit truck, and a successful run for Brianna Mahan. We see that combo on that first attempt, and even in that second attempt, she's able to maintain control of that truck, ending it on 4 BKT tires, but definitely had some maneuvers up on 2. Let's check the scores and see what you thought. The score for Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit is... It's a solid score. It's a 7.369 right now. That's good enough for 5th place. Take a look at the two-wheel skills challenge leaderboard as Gravedigger Weston Anderson still sits in that 1st place spot, but you can see adding Brianna Mahan and Ringling Bailey Circuit holding out that 5th place spot does move down Uproar and Kraken into that 6th and 7th place. Now, with only 1 truck left to go, this leaderboard still stands to be shaken up. Only 1 driver stands in the way of Gravedigger, claiming the second 8 points of the event. Savannah, let's see those Toro horns in the air for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco.
Savannah, we got animals doing handstands up in here. Give it up, MJ Solorio and Toro Loco. JudgesZone.com, scan that QR code, SAV, lock in those scores.
We've got a clean, smooth, confident run from MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. Take a look at that super glue glued to the action replay. He's feeling good about that run, and as he should. We're going to see if it was enough to stand up against that score to beat. We've got that current score to beat right now held by Weston Anderson. It's a score of a 9.320 for Team Gravedigger. The score for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco is... It's a solid score, an 8.833. Savannah, that means your winner of the two-wheel skills competition is Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. Weston Anderson in Gravedigger takes home two-wheel skills win number 55 this year. Savannah, you scored him that high score. Give it up one more time.
Ending things with a sidewall save there at the very end for that second attempt. Weston, you do what Weston does best, and that is get wins. Congratulations.
Man, you know, I'd like to say we got lucky at first, and then the skill came in afterwards. I knew exactly what to do. Whenever that truck came over on the sidewall, I was already in reverse. I already had the rear steer cranked, and it worked just right. Like I said, this dirt, this clay out here in Savannah, it is amazing for two-wheel skills, and we're just getting started. We're not even to our craziest competition yet. You know what's coming up next, and I'm ready for it.
Absolutely. We've got halftime coming up. It seems the truck is dialed in. Chandler West, your crew chief, has that ready to rock and roll for the last competition. I know it's your favorite, Freestyle. How do you feel? You're looking to sweep potentially here tonight.
Man, I'm going to try my best. Like I said, as long as these fans are having fun out here, man, that's all I care about. They've supported me and my family for 44 years, man, and we're going to come out here and we're going to show out Gravedigger style for them tonight, baby. Hey, Savannah, y'all ready for some more Monster Jam? No. Savannah, let me hear you. You ready for more Monster Jam?
8 more points for Team Gravedigger. Take a look at that super glue glued to the action replay. A run that was so intense, insane. We've got to show you it one more time. Weston Anderson in Gravedigger proving he is going to push that truck to the ragged edge. He's showing you guys exactly why he belongs behind the wheel of that black and green wrecking machine and stands himself in first place. We might be able to actually see a clean sweep of Gravedigger if that event goes his way. But with Freestyle still to come, anybody could take that competition win, and it all comes down to our overall event champion. But with all of this action underway, I think it's time for a little break. It's time for Monster Jam halftime right now. And though we're taking a pause on the action, we'll absolutely be back. But in this time, we want to encourage you to get up, stretch your legs, go to those concession stands, maybe check out our Monster Jam Spin Master merchandise available right here at the event. A perfect way to take Monster Jam home with you. But after you get those snacks and stretch your legs, you're going to want to make your way back to your seats, because not only do we have the superstars of Freestyle Motocross ready to hit the track, we're going to get to hear more breaking news from our pit reporter, Kay Young, and of course, Monster Jam Freestyle. All that and more.
We've got our 4 Freestyle Motocross riders ready to take to the sky here in just a little bit. They're going to be doing 4 practice jumps, and then we're going to get into our best trick competition. Let's make some noise right now for Nick Desmond, TJ Tiffany, Cameron Sepulveda, and Josh Hetford. Representing St. Augustine, Florida, let's hear it for Nick Desmond. Our second rider up from Orlando, Florida, give it up for TJ Tiffany. Hailing from Daytona, Florida, it's Cameron Sepulveda. And give it up from Asheville, North Carolina, Josh Hetford. So they're going to continue on their practice jumps. Keep in mind that the ramps are about 70, 75 feet spread apart, and our riders are going to get about 40 to 45 feet high in the air. Make sure you're taking those pictures, those videos, using the hashtag MonsterJam, uploading them to your favorite social media sites. Some of my favorite is taking a boomerang of the riders in mid-air. Nick Desmond coming back around with 19 years of riding experience. Started in Monster Jam in 2022. TJ Tiffany is a veteran Supercross rider, and he's done stunts in Avengers Endgames, Bad Boys 3, and multiple Netflix series. Cameron Sepulveda has been riding in freestyle motocross for 2.5 years. And Josh Hedberg started back in 2006 professionally. Savannah, one more time, make some noise for your freestyle motocross riders. So we are going to get ready for our best trick competition, and this is where you fans are going to decide the winner using judgeszone.com. Just like you've been doing for our Monster Jam drivers, you'll still have 20 seconds to lock in your fan score, and our riders will have one attempt, and one attempt only, to throw down their sickest trick. So riders, you guys ready? You guys are ready? Savannah, are you ready to fly? Up first, let's hear it for our first rider, Nick Desmond. Nick Desmond is from Norfolk, Massachusetts. He's been riding with Monster Jam for a total of 4 years. But he's been riding on that bike for over 19 years. And today he's bringing you his very best trick on his Yamaha YZ. Savannah, one more time, give it up for Nick Desmond. Make some noise for Nick Desmond. He throws down the rock solid. Get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. You have 20 seconds. The code is still the same, SAV. If you've not started scoring in the first half, you can do so right now.
Nick Desmond's got that tough job of going first, but you've got that tough job of being our official judges. We've got the scores locked in for Nick Desmond, so let's take a look, Savannah, and see what you thought. Check it out. It is an 8.085, a solid score, and that is your current score to beat. Next up, it's time to make some noise for our next rider, TJ Tiffany. TJ Tiffany is from Orlando, Florida, and he is an international stunt rider. He's been a part of some of the highest grossing movies in America, such as Bad Boys for Life, Avengers Endgame, and you might even catch him on this season of Outer Banks. Today, he's bringing you his best trick on his Kawasaki KX450. Savannah, let's get a lap for TJ Tiffany, throwing down the backflip. If you thought that move was awesome, get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. You've got about 12 seconds left right now. Get those scores locked in, SAV. The backflip from TJ Tiffany. Was it better than the rock solid that Nick Desmond threw down? It'll be up to you to decide. Scores are locked. We've got that score locked in with that current score to beat. It's currently being held by Nick Desmond. It's a score of an 8.085. The score for TJ Tiffany is It's an 8.481. We have a new leader. Next to hit the ramp, it's time to make some noise for Cam Sepulveda. Cam is from Daytona, Florida, and he has been a part of Monster Jam since 2013. He's been riding a freestyle motocross for 2.5 years, laying down some gnarly tricks right here in our Monster Jam arenas. Today, he's bringing you his best trick on his Yamaha YZ. Savannah, one more time for Cam Sepulveda.
Let's hear it for Cameron Sepulveda with the super flip. Defying gravity, giving you a backflip, and then hanging off the bike. An incredible move there. Is it enough to take the lead? That is up to you at judgeszone.com. Get those scores locked in. All right, your scores are locked. Keaton, what's that score?
We've got the current score to be right now still held by TJ Tiffany. That's a score of an 8.481. The score for Cam Sepulveda is Savannah, that's a 9.512. We have a new leader. But we've still got one rider to go. Savannah, make some noise for Josh Hedford. Josh is from Asheville, North Carolina. He's competed in Nitro Circus and night jumps in Europe. He's been riding with Monster Jam for over 4 years. Give it up.
Let's hear it for Josh Hedford. All right, giving you some different types of backflip, a variation backflip. Get those scores locked in, judgeszone.com. He's our final competitor. Will it be Josh Hedford? Will it be Cameron Sepulveda? It is up to you. Scores are in.
Check it out. It's going to be a tough one for Josh Hedford here. Looking to beat that score to be currently held by Cam Sepulveda with a score of a 9.512. The score for Josh Hedford is... That's a 9.294, which means your winner of the best trick competition is Cam Sepulveda.
Huge congratulations to Cam Sepulveda. He is our best trick competition winner with the super flip. But I don't think we are done just quite yet. Savannah, you want to see some more freestyle motocross? All right, we're going to have our riders come back around and take to the sky, but I need all of you here at N Market Arena to get as loud as you can. Cheer them on. The louder you get, the crazier the trick, the higher they fly. Once you see that front tire hit that mat, I'm going to tell you to get as loud as you can. And Market Arena, I need you all to scream! Would you like to see it again? All right, let's bring them back around. Time to get those cameras out, those phones out, get them on video, get them on Boomerang, whatever it is. Pictures. It is time to fly. Savannah, one last time. What do you say? One last time? I know you can get louder than that. Do you want to see them one more time? Make some noise, Savannah, for your freestyle motocross riders. Let's make some noise right now for your best trick competition winner, Cam Sepulveda, taking home our first competition win of a 5-event weekend. You did it with the super flip. How long did it take you to master that trick?
I've been practicing that trick, honestly, all year. I finally got myself a pair of flip levers so I could learn some flip tricks. And, yeah, that's kind of been my motivation and goal all year, is just to learn as many flip tricks as I can.
It's incredible how you kind of defy gravity. Is it a lot of core muscles? Is it a lot of back muscles? What kind of muscles do you need to make sure that you can whip that bike back on both of those tires?
Yeah, it's definitely a full body workout. A lot of core. It's a lot in our arms too, because we're using leverage on these levers here. But yeah, just got to stay in shape. A lot of running, as Josh would say, a lot of hot yoga, and yeah, just try to stay as much of an athlete as we can throughout the week.
Well, Cameron, congratulations. You took home the first event best trick competition win. Is that going to set the tone for the rest of the weekend?
Oh, yeah, that's setting the tone. I think I'm still running it up from a couple weeks ago, and yeah, it's going to be a good, friendly competition for sure this weekend.
Well, congratulations. You're off to a great start. Make some noise, Savannah, for your best trick competition winner, Cam Sepulveda.
Savannah, this is the pinnacle of the event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle. Make some noise for that first freestyle run. John Zimmer in uproar. You know the drill, judgeszone.com, score now.
John Zimmer in uproar, the perfect driver to kick off our freestyle competition. Right here, the final opportunity each driver has to wow and impress you, and I've got to highlight John Zimmer because in this freestyle run, he did something we want to look for in our criteria. He takes advantage of multiple obstacles out on that pod. He's able to fill his clock, and he will be the first score to beat. We've got your scores locked in, so let's check it out. The score for John Zimmer in uproar is a 6.953. That is your current score to beat. Your next driver's ready to hit the track. Make some noise for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur.
There we go. Make some noise. Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. Scoring is open. 20 seconds left. Scan that QR code and get those scores in right now.
Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. Check him out on the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. He's got great control over the Excalibur Monster Jam truck. Politely tucks himself back into that spot at the end of the freestyle, but it takes a smart driver to be able to pull through that entire run, fill that clock. So let's see what you thought of the run. We got the scores locked in. It's a 6.558 right now for Excalibur. That's good enough for second place. Next up, it's time to get loud for Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuits. The clock is paused at 58 seconds for Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit. We've got to have a clear track for this Princess of Carnage. Track is cleared. She's ready to go.
Now that's what I call some insane air on that run. Make some noise. Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Ribbon boards are up. Lock in those scores.
I think, Savannah, it is easy to say that is the biggest air we've seen all night. Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit, absolutely launching that pup across that pod. Major air, let her hear you. That's the kind of air we're looking for in the freestyle competition. We're going to see if you thought so with your scores. We got that current score to be right now held by John Zimmer in Uproar. It's a score of a 6.953. The score for Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit is... Savannah, that's an 8.630. We have a new leader. Brianna Mahan in a Ringling Bailey Circuit gets to secure that first place spot with a score of an 8.630. We've got Uproar in second place and Excalibur in third. But this leaderboard could be shaken up, and the fans are the ones who decide. Carlos, how are the fans doing here in Savannah?
I don't know. Let me ask them. Fans, are you guys doing pretty good? Oh, come on. We're in freestyle. You guys feeling pretty good? All right, well, I got two special fans here today. This is Maddie and Tucker. Maddie said, all right, so it's my little brother's birthday, so I want to try to win him a prize. Savannah, I want you guys to help as well. Maddie, here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to look up on that screen. There's going to be a couple of helmets. One of them is hiding a trophy. You're going to have to hide it, go round and round and round. Watch it now. And at the end, if you guess the right one, you get the prize for your little brother. It kept going. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Okay, I see a number 1. Is that your final answer? All right, let's find out. Oh, yeah! Maddie, great job. You know what? I'm going to let you give this to your little brother. Can we make some noise for Maddie and Tucker?
Savannah, he's looking for a clean sweep. Make some noise for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. The clock is paused at 41 seconds for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. With 41 seconds remaining to fill the clock, Savannah, he's ready to go. Are you ready for more Monster Jam Freestyle? Savannah, I think he's lining up for the Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp.
And that will do it for the Black and Green Wrecking Machine. Make some noise, Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. Score now, score now.
Savannah, what'd you think of that backflip? You've got to let Weston Anderson in Gravedigger hear you up on the Super Glue. Glued to the action replay. That perfect seamless backflip from Weston Anderson. He's keeping that legacy of his father alive right here in the End Market Arena. We've got your scores locked in, and he's looking to take out that current score to beat, which right now is held by Brianna Mahan and Ringling Bailey Circus with a score of an 8.630. The score for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger is a 9.318. That is a solid score, and it absolutely takes the lead in the rest of the competition. Weston Anderson right now has got a clear horizon to that clean sweep for this event. Currently, you can see up on the freestyle leaderboard, he sits in that first place spot. It is Brianna Mahan currently holding out that second place spot with a score of an 8.630. Uproar holds out third, and Excalibur in fourth. We've still got more Monster Jam trucks to hit the track and more freestyle headed your way. Savannah, Put your hands together for Mike Pagliarulo in for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken.
Getting creative, going in reverse there at the end. Make some noise, Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Scan that QR code, make some noise, and lock in those scores.
Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken says there's no better time to get squiddy with it than in freestyle. Check out this run because this is a throttle-filled freestyle run from Nick Pagliarulo. You can really see exactly how smart he is in this run. He's taken it backwards across the pod. He's able to pull out all the stops here in freestyle, hoping for that high score. But we've got your scores locked in. Let's take a look. It's a 6.580, a solid score, currently good enough for fourth place. Adding Nick Pagliarulo into that freestyle competition leaderboard. He currently sits in that fourth place spot with our top three. Gravedigger holding out the first place spot, Ringling Bailey Circuit in second, and Uproar in third.
Savannah, sometimes I like to get a little bit of help from the fans to introduce some of these awesome Monster Jam trucks. Up next, we've got Brandon Arthur in JCB Digatron!
The clock is paused at 52 seconds. We've got to clear the track for Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron. A clear track is necessary for each and every one of our competitors out here on the track during freestyle. We know that's the time for chaos to be unleashed. So we got to clear that track. He's given the signal. He's good to go. Savannah, make some noise.
That will do it. Make some noise. Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. If you liked what you saw, get on judgeszone.com. Remember, you guys are official fan judges. Lock in those scores.
Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron wants to hear you, Savannah, outside of the cab on his truck. And just in case you missed it, check out that super glued to the action replay up against some tough competition here in the freestyle competition, but a mean full run for Brandon Arthur, and we've got your scores locked in. Let's check it out. The score for Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron is a 7.706, a solid score, which lands him currently in third place. Adding him to the freestyle competition leaderboard, you can see exactly how it plays out. Adding him to that third place spot does bump Uproar down to that fourth place spot. Currently, our top three still stands. Gravedigger in first, Ringling Bailey Circuit in second, and now JCB Digatron holds out that third place spot. His truck's ready to go. Savannah, make some noise for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco.
Of everything on that run. Really trying to take that freestyle win. Make some noise, MJ Solorio and Toro Loco. Watch that replay. Let it determine your scores at judgeszone.com.
A smooth run from MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. He's showing off some two-wheel moves in that freestyle run. We saw him have major control over that truck. He goes up on that pod and his rear BKT takes the impact, but he maintains control of that truck. Let's see the scores that you have cast for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. The score, it's an 8.666, so close, but right now that's good enough for second place. A solid score for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco, an 8.666, but does not come close to Weston Anderson's at 9.318. You can see he does secure that second place spot, moving Ringling Bailey Circuit Brandon Mahan to that third place spot, and JCB Digatron to the fourth. But with one final truck to go, this whole leaderboard could be shaken up. It's up to this final driver. Savannah, make some noise for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity.
save it? Yes, he does. Make some noise, Savannah. John Zimmer Jr., terminal velocity. Last truck to go. Lock in those scores for one final time.
You know what? John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity knew he had his work cut out for him entering into this freestyle run. Anytime you're up against Weston Anderson and Gravedigger, you've got to imagine that that is a heavy weight, but nobody takes a chomp out of that run like John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. He showed you combos, he showed you speed, he showed you air. Let's check it out. We've got that current score to beat right now held by Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. It's a score of a 9.318. The score for John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity is a great score, a 9.170. But Savannah, that means your freestyle winner and your overall event champion is Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. Weston Anderson in Gravedigger takes that win, a clean sweep right here in Market Arena. He took the win in the JCB racing competition. You gave him the high score in two-wheel, and you gave him that win in freestyle. Savannah, your first overall event champion of the weekend. Give it up one more time for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger.
Weston, congratulations. A clean sweep for this first event. I mean, an incredible freestyle for you as well. Your 51st overall here in the 2025 season.
Man, that's completely wild to think about. I was a rookie 4 years ago to these things called monster trucks here at Monster Jam, and we took it, man, and we run with it. I got to thank my dad, my crew right here behind my back each and every weekend, man. If it wasn't for them getting this truck ready to rip each and every event, I wouldn't be able to come out here and do all those crazy tricks we did today, man. So I got to say, thank you guys. This is for y'all. I don't even want it. That's y'all's, man. And then last thing I got to say, Savannah, y'all have always been rowdy for our whole family, man. My sister was here last year in Gravedigger number 37, and she absolutely threw it down for you guys. All I got to say is thank you guys for coming out here and supporting us, man. Thank you for every nut and bolt on our truck and every shingle on our roof, baby. We love you, Savannah. Let me hear you one more time.
An incredible night culminates with Weston Anderson in Gravedigger having a clean sweep, a dream of an event for any driver, taking home that overall event championship. And we've kicked off our very first event right here in the In-Market Arena. Carlos, you were able to interact with all the fans and see all the action happening on the track. Did you have a fun time?
I had a great time. And you know what? I'm going to give you credit. I think that was your host pick, right? So I got to give you credit. But man, what a battle. So many cool saves, so many risks across the pod. And we're just getting started. We got 4 more of these. So if you guys are on YouTube thinking about coming through, now you see the type of excitement, and I promise you, it's better in person.
And we want to thank all of you who did join us in person right here in the In-Market Arena for Monster Jam. And for those of you who tuned in online to our live stream, you can catch all of our Monster Jam info and footage and more on our YouTube channel as well as monsterjam.com. But don't forget on your way out to stop at our Monster Jam merchandise stands, pick up the Spin Master toys, take a piece of Monster Jam home with you, because we couldn't do it without you Monster Jam fans. I want to thank you for coming out, and we'll see you at the next Monster Jam.
The keys in the ignition, so drivers fire your engines. It's a battle to the end. Never give up, never give in. It's grit and guts, dirt and dust. Get out your seat and put your hands up. Let's ride, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. That's right. Let's go, this is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster Jam, Jam, Jam. Yeah. It's wheelies and backflips, donuts and burnouts and walk-its. Full throttle, head to head. You be the judge of which truck's gonna win. Let's ride, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. Let's go, this is how we roll. On tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster Jam, Jam, Jam. When I say monster, you say jam. Monster, monster. Yeah, when I say monster, you say jam. Monster, monster. Let's ride, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. Let's go, this is how we roll. On tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster